What is up, guys? Welcome back to Awesome Kids TV. Welcome back to another Buildcraft interdimensional trip. In the previous video, we had taken a trip to Madmare Bay, as you can plainly see right here. Madmare Bay. That honestly is one of my favorite MLPG5 world dimensions in the MLPG5 multiverse. But anyway, we're focusing on .exe type base. So we gotta do it. We gotta go into this alternate dimension. .exe time bay. I'll never forget that name. Ever. Let me go and get my stone slab set up. There we go. We used the quartz stairs slab. We used the quartz stairs set up for that. For the binary time bay dimension portal. Last time we went for the multiverse. But who cares? It's a multi-dimensional trap. Trip. It's a multi-dimensional trip. Who cares? So in this dimension, everything is .exe-like and very horrible. Just as horrible as that apocalyptic dimension that we been to last time, Madmare Bay, where everything is mad, apocalyptic, and evil. You catch my drift, guys. You catch my drift. Speaking of catching my drift, this is going to be one of the coolest interdimensional trips we had ever been on. And yes, my sister Kira yet again has work again. So the battery percentage isn't really that high at the moment. Yeah, it's not really that high at the moment. But I don't care. I don't freaking care. I just want to go on a multi-dimensional trip through the multiverse. And, of course, meet main 5 crew member variants along the way. We had done this before. We grabbed a bunch of Sunny Star Scouts from throughout the multiverse. We did do that once, so of course we have to do the same again, but this time with all the luck and assurance in this world that we are going to need, because let's face it, we are going to need a lot of it. Yeah, we are going to need a lot of it, apparently. So I hope you guys wish me big luck. If you guys wish me big luck on this, I'm going to give you a shout out in the next 20 to 30 minutes. I guess the tablet didn't charge fast enough. Darn. Oh well. It can't get worse than that. Alright, let's build the portal. The portal, like in our dimension, is red and black. Red and black to match that .exe vibe. It totally fits in with the .exe type of vibe that the .exe characters out there have that we don't have in this universe. So let's build this up. My sister's going to work later in the day, I think. Yeah, I think that's when she's going to work, but I don't know. I'm not really sure on that. We gotta use as much battery percentage as we could possibly use. So, of course, we are going to be building as fast as we can to the .exe time bay dimension. And here we are in the .exe dimension. Like I said, in this dimension, everything is .exe themed and very creepy. So you guys have gotta be careful of where you step because you may never know where you're gonna end up. Ow. I placed a block where it wasn't supposed to be. Gosh dang it. Ah. This is .exe Bay, guys. I have no words for this dimension. We've been here before, but this one's totally reflourished. Like the easy to reflourished, Did you guys see what I did there? Alright, let's just get building in this dimension and get the frick on out of here. Because this dimension is scary, terrifying, and you feel like you're in a devastating burden of devastation, like I do right now. Speaking of that, some of you may not have heard of Rebecca's story of her greatest fear, loud noises. Yes, she has loud noise phobia, or whatever that phobia is called, also known as fear of noises. Anyway, when Rebecca Parham and her family were a lot younger, she and her family went to the circus for the first time in their lives. And, of course, it had everything. Flying trapeze, juggling clowns, we get it. But one moment, when Rebecca Parham wasn't expecting it, one of the clown car's exhausts backfired at Rebecca Parham extremely loudly. That's right, very, very loudly. And she covered her, and so all she had to do to win over the noise was to be louder than the loud noise. So all she had to do was to put her hands next to her ears, right on her ears, and then start screaming at the top of her lungs. Yes, screaming at the top of her lungs. She was literally just standing there screaming. And Rachel Parham, her sister, looked over and saw her sister do that and was all like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing now. Because she done the exact same thing and became the melody to Rebecca's, and became the harmony to Rebecca Parham's Melody of Terror. Yes, Melody of freaking terror. Why did she become the melody to her? Why did she become the harmony to her Melody of Terror? Because it was all about terror. That's what it was all about. When I first watched that video, it totally reminded me of Monster 500 and Monster High, because, you know, terror and stuff. Monsters. I can do pretty good impressions of them. Trust me. I can do Jackie Laura, Claudine Wolfe, Frankenstein, you name it. Any monster, any character you want me to do an impression from, from any universe, any dimension, in the AKT cinematic universe, I can do. That I can do. For any of you guys. Any of you. There you go. This is the road to .exe, Time Bay's lovely city. Now we shall create its creepy, creepy forest with the skulls, and for that, I decided to make it spruce. Because, you know, spruce forests can get pretty dark. Yeah. Sunny.exe's spooky spruce forest. Spooky spruce forest. Reason why it's called that, reason for name is because, well, it's spooky. That's the name. Sunny.exe's spooky spruce forest. There can be all kinds of evil and horrible things that will appear out of nowhere in that forest. So you are going to have to keep an eye out for what could be on the other side of this dimension's forest. Yeah, you're going to have to look out for whatever is behind there. But anyway, speaking of that, if you guys have seen Disney and Pixar's Inside Out, like Brian Hall did that one time, you would know that every emotion obviously has a specific job to do. And fears is to keep you safe from danger that will kill you physically, emotionally, or socially. Yeah, that's what fear's job is. And when fear sees something you don't want to see, fear is all like, that could be extremely dangerous. You should not touch that or something like that. And you're all like, I get it, fear. Venomous spiders are very poisonous, very dangerous. But why are we afraid of something ridiculous? I'm personally afraid of clowns, like some people. Uh-oh, there's an Enderman. There's an Enderman in this world. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't just go around stealing blocks from this place. Take that, and that, and that, and this, and that. Yeah, that's what you get. Getting killed in the water, that's what you get. That's what you get, bruh. That's what you get for stealing blocks around here. And there's a zombie with a sword. A diamond one, to be exact. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. This forest is so overgrown, you're gonna have to find a way out. Speaking of overgrown, when Rebecca Parham was a kid, her emotion of fear was a kid too. And unfortunately did not understand the world fully yet. Her fear did not really understand the world just yet. It didn't understand the world just yet. And it was all like, I don't trust that vacuum. But that man giving candy out of his strange van? Now that's the golden pick of trustworthy right there. Strangers aren't trustworthy, so whatever you do, do not trust them. Just say, I don't trust you, stranger, when a stranger comes up to you and offers you something like candy. Most kids are really into that. Some kids are not really into that. And I am one of those. And I, in particular, am one of those people that doesn't really trust strangers or anybody who's untrustworthy, who's untrustable. Medella Barnes or Ron Johnson, if you're watching this, I do not trust you two. I do not trust you. You can't just defund the police and look out for your donors and not us. You should fund the police, defund criminals, support cash bail, and look out for us, not your donors. I look out for everyone else, including my family and I, not Ron Johnson's donors. he should have donated all that money to us, to every single one of us, so that we can be rich. Anyway, speaking of that, yeah, Rebecca Parham has been through quite a lot of horrible experiences. Not a lot of them were horrible, though. Rebecca Parham doesn't even remember the time she had wrecked her teeth, but her sister said she has a very traumatizing, clear memory of it, because their parents at the time were there to see all that happen. When Rebecca and her sister were younger, their father decided to build a little playpen, a little play fort for her and her sister to play around on. And so, of course, their father called up a family friend who happened to be a carpenter so that they can discuss some plans, like how big it should be and where to put it. So, to keep things going, Rebecca Parham and Rachel Parham's father let them run around the backyard while he and the carpenter talked things over. And of course, they had gotten their house a porch when they were younger. And by the law of the sound, if y'all having a porch, you gotta have a porch swing. So they did get a porch swing, though it wasn't a very good one. And so, naturally, Rebecca Parham stood upon it, and in her 3-year-old mind, when she was about 3 years old, she thought she was on one of those playground swing ponies, so she thought she was on one of those playground swing rides, so she began swinging it back and forth. And good porch swings are designed so they can't flip over. But this one, unfortunately, flipped over, and Rebecca Parham face planted to the ground, and her father ran over to her. She picked her up. He picked her up, and there was literally nothing but pure blood. And of course, their father was so freaked out that they shoved the two siblings, Rebecca and Rachel Parham, into the car and sped off to the hospital. And of course, Rachel Parham was keeping Rebecca Parham from bleeding on anything during the whole trip. And being 5 years old herself, naturally, she was freaking out. And their dad was even more distraught, feeling like the worst father in the entire world. But then he heard his daughter, Rebecca Parham, singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm from the back of the car. Yeah, fortunately, he wasn't very appreciative of the musical number. So they made it to the hospital, and the dentist... So they made it to their destination, and the doctors tried to push Rebecca Parham's teeth back into their original position, but unfortunately, these teeth were pretty much destroyed. And it left a scar there on Rebecca Parham's mouth. And it took her mouth like 2 weekends, yes, 2 weekends, to heal before she could even legit see a dentist. And she still doesn't remember that to this very day. And that is why, kids, you should never, ever play on your porch swing. Otherwise, it might flip you over and make you face plant all the way down to the bottom. And by that I mean the very bottom of your house. The floor. That's why you should never do it. So never, ever, ever on any circumstances play on a porch swing. It's very dangerous and very irresponsible. Because, you know, it could cause you mouth damage, and your teeth pretty much would be destroyed at that point. They would be pretty much destroyed. Speaking of destroyed, though, this castle is looking pretty nice. This castle bridge is looking very nice. It's looking very nice. Speaking of very nice, the Sunny.exe castle is going to resemble another type of castle. It's going to be two different types of castles, like fused into one, right? So that everyone can see my creative vision and know what to do when building a castle. Most people are all like, oh my gosh, what the frick should I do? How do I get my inspiration? Check out James's inspiration theme video if you haven't already, to get some video inspiration. I could really use some inspiration to make my coolest video yet. And yes, I planned for it to come out on October 5th of 2022. I know. It is. I know. You guys are telling me that I have to wait another day for this video to legit come out. Okay, all the bridge supports are in. We can now put in the stairs. I decided to go for quartz, like we did for, Binary Time Bay. That was such a good trip. Do you guys remember that? I totally remember that. Speaking of that, here's another epic story. One night, Rebecca Parham was lying on her bed, probably drawing, when she got a call from a number she did not recognize at all, and she was all like, this is probably somebody I know. And so she answered it, and she was all like, hello. And a younger sounding voice responded back to her, asking if she knew her husband, Chris Miller. And well, it turns out she was tricking her into thinking she knew her husband, Chris Miller, but the truth is, she does know her husband, Chris Miller, and she has been hanging out with him. Oh my gosh, Rebecca, you have been lying to that woman. You have been lying to that young lady. Never lie to somebody, ever. Especially when they're asking if you're hanging out with their fiance or something. If somebody and their fiance or husband or whatever decided to come over to our house to find a voiceover artist they need for their new movie, their new Paramount Plus or Disney Plus movie, Don't even try to look no further. Look no further, okay? I'm the guy for the job. Anyway, the call went on and on and on and on and on until Rebecca told her that she had the wrong number, and the young woman on the phone said she did not have the wrong number. Rebecca Parham, you did not have the wrong number. She was probably speaking the truth. That's because she was speaking the truth. Not a very naughty lie at all. Anyway, this castle bridge is looking pretty good, but now we need to add the castle and the chunk it's on. So that is where the stone material comes in. So we're gonna grab some stone. I am just doing some world experiments, okay? Anyway, we now build out the stone chunk like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go, 15 blocks out like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go, 10 out like that, and then 15 out like this. Okay, so 10 by 15. That's how big we want this baby to be. And of course, we're going to add random blocks of ore, like diamond and coal and stuff like that. We're gonna add random ores within this giant chunk I am building here, so that it looks like a naturally generated chunk from a naturally generated world. Because if you play this game and the world is naturally generated, there are random ores stuck inside these chunks, including redstone and emerald. We're gonna put a pattern of these guys inside of here. That is what I am doing here. That's what I am doing. Okay. Coal, stone, iron, stone, and then gold, diamond, lapis, redstone, we'll put in a couple of chunks of it, emerald, stone again, and just repeat until we have a full chunk full of ore, including lapis and redstone. So we are adding that in there. These ores we're putting in here are looking pretty good. Okay, we'll add a vein of coal. There we go. And some iron, gold, a whole vein of these ores, diamond, lapis, redstone, and last but not least, emerald. We're adding a whole vein of it in there. Now just regular old stone. Now we do this for the entire chunk. Just like that. This one's stone. This one's gold. This one's stone again. So we switch to stone. Diamond. This one's diamond. This one is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. Stone again. Redstone ore. This one's redstone. Perfect for redstone stuff. Emerald. Dang it. Stone again. Coal again. Making a whole vein. Coal. Stone again. 3 iron per row here. Gold over here. Diamond. Stone again. 4 rows of lapis. Stackety, 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 stack. Emerald ore. Redstone ore once again. If I place every ore in this chunk down like this, if I place it down like this, it'll be easier for the chunk to get built faster. Okay, now we do iron. And then gold. Is it a perfect castle height? Yeah, it is. Okay, now we build up all of this gold. All this gold. Now, coal. We build the coal up. Like this. Emerald again. I switch to emerald. This whole entire chunk is a perfect castle height. Perfect for Sunny.exe's castle. She just moved into the multiverse of madness yesterday, actually. There we go. Now we build up the diamond again. Diamond. And finally, a vein of lapis. There you go. This is our perfectly built Buildcraft chunk. This is our perfect custom square chunk. Oh wait, I forgot the stone. You cannot have a chunk like this without the stone. You cannot have it without the stone. Now that we have built now that we have completed the chunk 100%, it is now time to cover it all up from top to bottom. And naturally we are going to start with the bottom and of course we'll start with the top and go all the way down to the very bottom of this. At Awesome Kids TV, we don't care how long you want the video to be. We just want you to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be celebrating 200 subscribers very soon. And that means we are going to throw a big, huge subscriber celebration party for the channel Awesome Kids TV. We have been making videos for 7 years now. 7. And we have been training for 7 years for this to happen. It's been like 6 to 7 years since we had done this. We are nearly done. Just a couple more minutes left on the clock. This chunk is nearly done, guys. We're nearly done with this chunk. Look at how big she is. You are one big chunk. Use one big chunk, man. Use one big chunk. Boy, I like use. Sorry. I just love referencing that LPS episode where Zoe and Mika act totally different. Okay, we got the sides filled up. Now we need to fill up the top. And once that is done, we are going to add the... Once that is done, we are going to add the stairs to the castle. And in the next video, we are going to be building the castle that Sunny.exe lives in this alternative reality. This reality is way more twisted than you think because, you know, koalas of Australia in this dimension have completely turned evil. Well, actually, they've been turned into mutant, zombified mutant monsters. There you go, there's our chunk. This build took us 37 minutes to build. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of time consumed. That is okay though, because now it is time to add the stairs. Now we shall get the stairs. I'm gonna go for quartz to make it more awesome. There we go. Now it is time to add the most important and finishing touch to this dimension's forest. More spruce trees. So let's spread these trees around like butterflies drinking nectar from a flower. Yeah, like a flower. There you go. Spread the trees all around. Gotta spread them. Now we will grow the trees. This took us more than 20 minutes to build. 38 minutes? Oh crap, 39 minutes. I don't know if we can upload this video. I don't know if we can do it. There's no way we can do it. It's too long. Oh, son of a gun. Tree son of a gun. Tree son of a tree gun, dude. That one tree won't grow. Ah, screw you. You don't even grow with one bone meal and only one bone meal. If I had a bone meal machine in this world, which I don't at this point, it would be fun to grow bone meal. Now we will add the protective wall that protects everyone from falling off. There we go. Now we build the exact same thing over here. Wow, this whole entire build already took us 40 minutes to build. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys have all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what type of build you want us to make. Which dimension do you guys want us, the Awesome Kids TV gang, to visit next? Which dimension do you want us to visit next? Let us know down in the comments. That whole entire build literally took us 40 minutes to build. I am so done with super long builds. They're not helping YouTube at all. They're not helping our YouTube channel profile. Excuse me, Iron Sword Zombie. Thank you. We need to get home as fast as we can. Turn. I know my turning skills are real good. Back in our home dimension. Bye-bye, guys. Don't forget to stay tuned for our 200 subscriber celebration. Now, if you'll excuse us, we got some more dimensions to visit.